Good afternoon and welcome to the Area's only lifestyle program, PA Live. I'm Chris Bohinski and this is our friend and co-host for the day, the last day of 2021, Lizzie Bresnay. Lizzie, it is so wonderful to have you back. You're so welcome, and you know what day it is. New Year's Eve. So happy New Year's Eve, everyone. Look at, the party has already started in the land of PA Live. We have to say special thanks to Lizzie's parents, Helene and Brian, who are our confetti throwers. We have the special ball that will be dropping later on in the show, just like in New York. It's at the top now, but you know, throughout the course of the show it may get lower, but in the end you will see it drop. So I think just for the first time in a long while, New Year's Eve, it may feel more like a glimmer of a regular time for a lot of us. It's that time of renewal and celebration, and really a powerful wave of hope for our future. You know, your annual resolutions, they may feel a little bit different than before, right? But it's important to take stock of what is important in your life long before that party starts, aka when the clock is going to strike midnight tonight. Now, for me and for PA Live, one very special and important aspect of my life and this show is the young woman sitting right here next to me, Lizzie. Now, thank you, Lizzie, truly for being an inspiration for so many. You're so welcome, and thank you. I mean, it is a privilege to be able to co-host with you and to celebrate this last day of 2021. Now, we have had many wonderful memories in 2021. So before today's show, Lizzie and I picked out 9 of our favorite moments from this year. So here's the first one. It was back on Valentine's Day. It was all a land of chocolate that day. It's always great whenever you wear Eyewitness News shirt. You get those made and you get presents gifted to you with some of our familiar faces here at the station. Now, we took a little months because we couldn't find a picture that we liked. So let's jump to the 4th of July. That's over in Kirby Park at the old-fashioned 4th of July celebration. You actually performed on stage with me during 76 trombones. Wasn't that so much fun? It's almost crazy to think that just a few months ago, like, you know, you're in short sleeves and you're outside and look at that green. Now we just see all snow outside. Now, something that's happening in less than 2 months is Beijing Olympics. But remember, you were here at the start of the Summer Olympics, Tokyo 2020. Now, Tokyo 2020, even though it was said Tokyo 2020, it happened in 2021. And remember, you made the nice pot holders with everyone? Everyone loved that segment. And then you came here for the farmers market when we were live on the show outside. You met my sister for the first time, so that was extra fun. There you are with your mom and the sunflower that one of the vendors gave us. And then, how can we forget, Lizzie? Paint Pittston Pink. Do you remember that one? Who would have ever thought that you would support Crazy Chris running down the street in a tutu and high heels and a feather boa, where those feathers, they were truly going everywhere. Now, if you think that that was the penultimate thing to happen in our lives this year, let's remind our viewers that Lizzie co-hosted once again on your 21st birthday. We got to celebrate with Brianna, with you, with your parents, with so many people that day. It was honestly a very special time to not only celebrate, you know, like you said, you wanted to say, Chris, there's a lot of people that their birthday and celebrations have been a little bit weird this year because of COVID-19. So not only did we celebrate you, but we celebrated all the people that might have not had a birthday party during the year, this past year. So it was extra celebration for everyone. And speaking of celebrations, how can we forget Halloween? It was a very spooky Halloween this year. There I am as the Mad Hatter with Brianna as Alice, and Lizzie was an Eyewitness News reporter. Honestly, you really are a reporter. You're here so much, Lizzie, and I just need to remind and reiterate to everyone at home, the minute Lizzie arrives, the whole newsroom is abuzz. They all know she's coming. When she comes, they all come into the PA Live studio to come and say hi to her. You're friends with everyone here, and I think it's a nice capstone of the year to end with Christmas, right, Lizzie? This was so much fun. We got to see Santa and Mrs. Claus and that donkey, the donkey that everyone's talking about. The land of PA Live truly would not be the same without you, Lizzie. And I am just so excited, and I think I speak, and I know I speak on behalf of everyone, that we are so thankful that we really began our year with you, but we're ending our year with you too. It is honest, you're so welcome. It is honestly an honor and a privilege to always sit next to you, wherever it may be, if it's inside, if it's outside. I think, Lizzie, you want to stick around? Of course you do. Well, how about you stick around, and now our viewers can maybe also stick around, because after the break, you'll see some of our favorite songs of the seasons from this year. So you stick around. Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for sticking around for this special New Year's Eve edition of PA Live with me, Chris Bohinski, and our special co-host of the day, the last day of 2021, Lizzie Bresnay. Lizzie, thank you for sticking around. You know, every year millions of people make New Year's resolutions, hoping to spark that positive change in their lives, and many of those resolutions, they focus around health, wealth, maybe a personal goal. You know, those recurring themes that always seem to include fun stuff, right, Lizzie? Do you have a goal or resolution this year? And I know what that is, because earlier, right before we came back into the show, you were talking about how you hope to explore the fields of entertainment and news, and look into that profession, because that is what you graduated with. Really at the top of your class, too. That's another thing that we need to celebrate of this year. Well, hopefully your resolution includes that goal that you have set for yourself, just something that's going to make 2022 even better. Now, this is what I think people have really waited for, Lizzie. One tradition that many folks love and associate with today, New Year's Eve, is the famous New York City ball drop in Times Square at midnight. Now, did you know the first ball drop took place in 1907? It was actually lowered down a flagpole by 6 men and a pulley system. Can you believe that? I mean, so many things have changed since then, but you know, as you can see, Lizzie brought her very own bit of New York City and Times Square to the PA Live studio, the land of PA Live. So Lizzie, what do you say? Should we drop it? Okay, we didn't rehearse this, but I do think, Lizzie, we need to show everyone that there are all the colors on it, just like there are, you know, in Times Square. Okay, so you told me we pull this piece of cardboard out and then we go. So we should do a countdown, right? Let's start at 5 maybe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Yay! Happy New Year, everyone! Happy, happy, happy New Year! Oh, Lizzie, it is so wonderful for you to be here on New Year's Eve. If people are watching right now, they might be thinking, uh-oh, do they have their clocks right? Because it's almost about 5 o'clock, so we still have about a good, 6, 7 hours until we see, you know, the real ball drop in Times Square, if you're gonna watch it on TV. You know, a family tradition, well, really a Chris tradition, is what I do on New Year's Eve, regardless of where I am, because you know, you usually are with family or friends, is you flip through all the stations, because everyone has a good something on. Either it's a concert or there are interviews happening live somewhere. Sometimes you see them, you know, they're in Louisiana or California or somewhere in the world. So that's what I do, because when you get to the commercials, then you go to the real one. What are you going to be doing, Lizzie? You look beautiful, so I would say keep the dress on, and now that you're 21, maybe you even want to go to the casino. I know that's how you celebrated your 21st, right before or right after you were celebrating it here on the show. So many things to look forward to in the new year. You know, your parents are standing in the wings. I know they have more confetti for us, and I know they're just itching to throw it. So thank you all for making 2021 such a special year, not only for myself and Eyewitness News, but for all of WBRE and WRU. Thank you to the staff and all the crew that work on this show every single day. So many people that you don't see behind the scenes. It is a privilege to be on your television sets for an hour every day. We are so looking forward to 2022. I hope you enjoy your New Year's celebrations tonight. Please be safe. We'll see you in the new year. Now stay tuned for Eyewitness News at 5.